might as well start getting the roof cleaned up. The hard top needs a lot of work up along the top here. A general cleanup, and I don't even remember what the outside of it looks like. It's been leaning here so long. Oh dear. So I'm going to clean this up first, scrub off all the rust that I can. Hey, it's the brother. And then get this thing flipped down and see what it looks like on the top side. So let's get scrubbing. The rust converter has now had time to sit, so his good friend and former lover, the primer, can now do his job. Now I've got the underside all cleaned off and put a new thicker foam rubber seal down both sides, and then it'll be time to get it outside, get it pressure washed, and see what the top of this thing even looks like. I don't remember. I can't imagine it's too good though. Anyway, let's get this seal on. It's a nice thick one. So I'm going to get it all the way across this entire channel and then cut out the holes for the bolts to go through. Well, got her flipped down. This is going to take some work. That's metal. All right. No, that's metal. That's metal. All right. Well, I guess I need to start standing pretty quick. Fortunately, she doesn't seem to be riddled with too many attachments. Hopefully, this will come off. Grab the one on the other side, and then I can get the sander out. $120 grit. It's not raining today, so let's get on. All right, we're back in the West building, West facility, whatever it was I referred to it before. Looking something akin to a scene out of a Dexter set, but it's really the only way I could get the hardtop dealt with. I tried taking it outside, sanded it down, and we got hammered with rain, and it's supposed to be raining for the next 3 weeks. So we're using the backup facility. After I sanded it down, I made the mistake of cutting a bunch of wood not too far away from it, so we had sawdust everywhere. Anyway, dragged it over here, dried it off, and microfibered. So we're now ready, good old fashioned priming. 51 bucks added. Hopefully we'll get 2 coats of primer on today, and then we'll get 2 top coats tomorrow, and then we'll clear coat it, which means by the weekend we're putting the hard top back on. Let's get on it. Let's get a light first. How do you even start something like this? Look down the center. Got a couple deeper scratches here, so I'm going to use the filler primer. Fills deep scratches, and these qualify as deep. So let's see how it does on the deep scratches. I'm not going to bother bondoing, it's the roof, so I'm not going to bother doing any of that. Now that she's had a little time to dry, throw a little 320 on here, see if it needs another coat. All right, we got our second layer of primer on. It's now sat for about 6 hours. Heat's on in the West building. So it's time to get our flat black primer now. Coat of that on. And then we're gonna move to the top coats before getting the spray gun out again to clear coat the top. And then we should be having it back on TK by the end of the weekend. This being Thursday afternoon. Let's rock.
Big connoisseur of the $3 cigar is a better tip.
What do you think? Every time I turn around, I find a new piece that I totally forgot about. And jerry rigged. I'm gonna somehow jerry rig a piece of tin here. I've got a plan for that.
So the rigging of the jerry?
And it's gonna make my jerry rigging of the back underneath.
Where's your tin going?
Tin here.
Okay.
I'm gonna break that out. Do a little JB weld from a little tin.
I'd watch what you got on the go of breaking that out too much.
I'm gonna break it out. I'm gonna sand, and then whatever's in, I'm just gonna wrap a piece of tin around and JB weld both ends, and
yeah. back in the old days.
Yeah.
The whippy.
Dr. Jill, the Surgeon General. Not even a fucking doctor. Just because she calls herself one. Hey. A little homebrew trim. To homebrew up a little JB Weld. Trowel that on there. Give me some Bondo. Bondo time.
It hurts me. Bondo in a window frame?
It hurts him.
Good.
Well, it's not, I mean, I need something to fill in this space and hold that metal in. Primer's dried. There's some scratches, yeah, but it's the roof of a 37-year-old Jeep. No one looks at the roofs. So I got a series of cans of flat paint. I'm time to start painting. I'm gonna try to do this in 4 sections. I'm gonna do the top first, then I'm gonna do each side, and finally the back. Lord hates a coward. Let's just get started. An hour's gone by. The smell of that dead rat is getting worse. I'm gonna find where that crap got to. It's really gross. Anyway, time for coat number 2. Well, when the canopy won't come to Moses, Moses must go to the canopy. So I got to drag the compressor down to the west building to spray out the canopy to get it on TK. So, apply my hand at that, see if I can get this clear coat to work on that sprayer with one last gas, and then on she goes. Once the canopy goes on, get the new door handles in, then I can back it out. I got to go over the list of what ICBC says qualifies for as a collector's vehicle, make sure that it can fit in that Okay, so hopefully we can blast this off nice and quick and be installing our canopy, our hardtop, onto TK tomorrow. Hopefully. Using the 1.7 nozzle and airway. So that's almost the smallest, but not quite. Got a brand new paint pot. Do a little test spray and it's not going to work. How in the hell am I supposed to put that on? Oh, FML. Okay, so shockingly, I appear to have found just the male-to-male adapter that I need. I'll edit this part out so that you don't have to watch it, but and hopefully it doesn't all come pouring out. I think I'll set my coffee out of harm's way. Get the cardboard up for a little test. So let's put this in and see if it all stays in the pot. Apart from what I just dumped out there, we look okay. We'll narrow that down a little bit. There we go.
Gate open. Maybe.
Well, this will go right over top of it.
Well, it will, but it might be easier to not cut the lips that high.
You don't have to, because there's no back window.
Yes, Juanita. President Trump won.
Thought you won the big prize.
Kiss, Bob. Yes.
The top is on. You gotta get some bolts in. Get the back window on. There we go. This may be the first bag that I created.
Oh, part of it.
Oh, nice. Now it's going to be the last one to be reinstalled. 4 bolts down each side, and then a series of screws.
Across the header.
Got to go across the header here. A series of screws that were not in place when we originally got this. So we're going to have to find some new screws for that. Should be no problem. Did you just shit?
Nope.
Okay. Look at the front on the other side. Do you have any more?
Nope, that's 4.
Okay. Oh, you need a Phillips for that?
Well, I'm gonna find a second one. Okay, match that.
I'll go see what has to go in up here. This has to shift to push down. In order to get these guys across the top on, this bracket turns just a little bit. So we need to loosen this. We need to loosen these torques off so that we could have the top slide down in behind. Then we'll screw all of these in across and finally retighten this guy. Right, Kurt?
That's the theory we're going with.
That's right, Iron Mike. Young Curtis is going to put some weight on this. I'm going to try to install a screw. This one's on a lip here that doesn't even go connect through.
Yeah, it's just like a centering thing, almost like you're to leave that screw in.
Oh, no, I guess
But
so.
is that even tightening?
No, that one's falling
Okay,
right
so
out.
we'll get a bigger one for that one.
Come on! Go back in there!
This one's tightening.
One step closer. Now we need to get that back window on.
That's here?
What's that? Never found those. Well, I've got this basket. Hey.
Tape on there.
Oop. Now, I'm not convinced that the rear defrost, see there's another one there that's supposed to like attach to it.
Yeah, so it's
I'm not convinced they're going to work. Nope. Right.
That's independent.
It's time to bring her back outdoors. Yeah, those ran down, and then the other one's tied on.
We have to let it warm up a little bit, I think.
Extreme awesomeness. She's running on her own. So that's going to be it for chapter 12. She's out of the shop, and next we've got to take a look and see whether or not it's actually going to comply with everything that ICBC wants, so that we can get it collector status. Thanks for watching. Catch you on chapter 13.